Welcome to another episode of the Daily Dose. All right, take two. Now, I did the same thing I did a few weeks ago. I had a really good podcast. You guys should have heard it. I mean, I was fired up for a solid, 5 minutes. And I looked down and all I did is take a picture of myself. Instead, it was not on video, it was on photo. So anyways, the atmosphere got a great podcast. So let's see if I can do this again. Galatians 5:24. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. The affections and lust. There are things that truly affect us. And I want to talk about those. My title today, I think, is A Dead Man Feels Nothing. And I'm not talking about your physical body. The Bible says that we are living sacrifices. We're living. But there are things that rage inside of us oftentimes and remind us that something's come back alive and we've got to kill it. Or something hasn't been killed fully. Whether it's affections or lust. The affections is those, to me, are those things that rage up in you. Anger, bitterness, malice, pain. The lust, well, that's envy, strife, sexual lust, those things that come at us. And we have to kill those. And there's several ways to do it. One is pray and fast. Starve that thing out. And but there's been times I've done that. I've prayed, I've fasted, I've gone through a season of prayer and fast, and I felt like that lust has been put under control, and that desires or those things of my flesh are, okay, they're down where they need to be and they're dead. And if I feel like they start resurrecting, I go into prayer and fast, and man, they're under control. And that's why it's so important to have prayer life, to have consistently time that you are pushing away things and saying no, because that deals with this lust. Let's talk about those affections, those things that get down in your heart, and you hear someone's name and it fires you up, or you're reminded of a situation and you thought it was dead and that thing rages its way back up. Oftentimes the way to deal with that is a little bit more difficult. You've got to go to that source and you've got to humble yourself down. You've got to bury that thing. That's a type of forgiveness, a type of reconciliation, a type of redemption. Even if they don't deserve it. But if that person or that situation, whenever time it rises up and you feel that anger and that rage and that affecting your life, and it does, it affects everything. It affects how you think. It affects how you feel. You begin to gain weight. You begin to feel sick. You begin to not be able to sleep or sleep all the time, because this thing, this spirit, this situation is raging inside of you, and you've got to get victory. Now, one way, I'm going to just kind of go through several here. Worship is a tool. Worship is a weapon. There have been times when that's come, I've just got to go worship. And if that works and worship gets that thing killed, this is how we fight our battles. I go to church and I shout when I don't feel good. I praise when I don't feel good. And that worship gives me the victory. Another way is going to them and washing their feet. Washing their feet. And now, obviously, if it's a situation, a job, or something like that, you're going to have to worship your way through it. You ain't going to wash Walmart's feet. Maybe a boss, but they're not going to let you wash their feet. But you can humble yourself down. There's several ways to wash your feet. There's physically washing someone's feet, which in extreme situations I found, I've got to go pray and wash someone's feet and humble myself down and say, look, at the end of the day, I don't want any soul to go to hell, and I want to be a servant of Christ. And so, when I wash someone's feet, and I'm not going to go through all the Bible and details, but when you're washing someone's feet, even when the Lord washed the disciples' feet, my wife reminded me this yesterday of a message about washing the feet. And when the Lord was washing their feet, he was washing off the dust of their past season, the sand of their past season, and preparing them for the next season. But I want to tell you this. He wasn't just washing off the dust of their past season and preparing them for the new season. When he washed their feet, he was washing it off his heart. He was washing it off his life. When he stepped up he was walking into that new season, not carrying the stuff from the past. Several years ago, I did that. I had an individual who had our relationship had been tenuous at best, and I couldn't get away from it. I think I'd get the victory, and something would happen. I begin to think of that person. Man, I just get so frustrated, so angry, so weighted down. Like I had this burden on my shoulder. So finally, I talked to a preacher friend of mine. He said, "You need to go to him, and you need to just allow him to talk to you." And which I had tried, but it always turned into a shouting match. Always turned into that's not what I said. That's not. He said, "No, you got to go in there and you say, you smile and you faith it till you make it. You let him talk. You don't defend yourself. You can defend others, but do not defend yourself. And don't go with any expectations of reconciliation." Like, and why am I going if I can't get some kind of satisfaction out of this? I remember pulling up, and the last thing he told me as I pulled up to meet this man on the phone, my preacher friend said, "Now, at the end of it, you let him pray for you." Man, I'd rather Michael Jordan pray for me. I'd rather some rock star pray for me than that guy. But anyways, I went in and 2.5 hours sitting there, and it was rough, miserable. I don't ever want to do it again. But that's my flesh, but I don't want to do it again. But I went in and I sat with him. At the end of all that, I said, "Before I leave this room, please, I want you to pray for me." I'm not praying. He's been ugly, mean. I said, "No, listen, I don't want to be lost. I can't be lost. I can't. And if this flesh is still alive, then I'm not going to go to heaven. Flesh cannot enter glory. This flesh has got to die. Please pray for me that I won't be lost." Now, he prayed for me. It was awkward. It was so awkward. But I walked out of that room, and that's been, it'll be September, like 3 years ago. And I have not, that thing has been dead in me. Not angry, not bitter, just it's been gone. I've been free of that. So this morning, if there's something you're dealing with today, you got to find a way to kill it. I'm praying for you. I could go much longer on this because it's something we all deal with. But I love you today. Let's go. Let's make it to heaven together. And let's make heaven.